Cool Whip. Cool Whip. What are we gonna have here? Ooh, put a strawberry on it. Put a strawberry on it, man. The dog is like, did I hear whipped cream? Hey, could we get one of those super colorful sunsets? Oh, that's not me. It's the air being overly dramatic. I heard that. Wow, so I'm overly dramatic, am I? You're just gonna say that and go? Well, this is not over. We will pick this back up in the morning, buddy. Thanks. No problem. After weeks of not seeing people outside, animals are coming to check if everything is okay. Human? Haven't seen you in a while, out here terrorizing us and killing our youth. That's a cute little baby boy. I was having a really bad morning until this baby reached out at me and smiled. Oh, that's so sweet. Shout out to this baby for being amazing. Let's all clap it up for the baby. Tom, my wife threw my new football over the wall as she thought it belonged to our neighbor's 9-year-old lad. I've had to ask him if I can please have my ball back. I'm 36 years old. This is so embarrassing. The kid keeps punking me and saying no. Screw you, Timmy! Super Dad creates beeping Easter eggs for blind children to hunt. You are the dad of the year. You see the joy in that kid's face? That's what we need during this time.
I need more beer.
Okay, here you are, Bertha.
Got more beer.
You're welcome, Bertha.
I'm out of beer.
Here's some more, Bertha. Mike Armstrong. My father died last week. The first time Dad said, go grab us each a beer, I pocketed the caps and stuck them in a drawer. About 20 years later, I gave them to him for Father's Day. Well, they're now with the caps from the first beer I had with my son this year. Hashtag fatherhood. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. R/old school cool. The inventor of the Super Soaker, circa early 1980s. He's a Redditor. Yes, I am. You have single-handedly filled many summer days with hours of entertainment. I had to use both hands. That just got me moist. I mean, wet. Super Soaker! Kid with disability used it to his advantage as a Mad Max cosplay. This is freaking awesome. Oh my goodness, this just melts my heart. The weatherman's dog had a small dog couch. And the dog frowning like it just worked a double. I'm good, I just need to close my eyes for a few minutes. I can't get over the lecture my history professor recorded for us. His daughter keeps walking in. It's so freaking funny and adorable. Him. So every president since FDR has done this, but her walks in with a Barbie doll. Him. Oh, hi, what's up? Her. Fairy Tale Barbie is flying. Him. Oh, okay. I'm doing a lecture right now, though. So could Fairy Tale Barbie fly? Her. Show them Fairy Tale Barbie. Him. Him. Okay, everyone. This is Fairy Tale Barbie. Reblog if you appreciate Fairy Tale Barbie. Fairy Tale Barbie rocks! My husband and I are surprising our 6-year-old by taking him to Disney for his birthday tomorrow. We've been in the car for 4+ hours and he still thinks we are on our way home from school. He keeps saying, looks like we're almost home. Bless his special little heart. Update. We've arrived to Disney World. He thinks we took a wrong turn and is very concerned about who is going to feed our cat. Yeah, who is going to feed your cat? What is that? Cool little dog. Oh, I used to have a Yorkshire Terrier. That dog is just OG. So, my dad made a new friend while quarantined. Let's see. It's a little duck. Hi, duck. Let's play. This is a new way of playing fetch or catch. So the duck is not only the ball, but it has to retrieve itself. My dad didn't graduate high school. Today, I taught him how to use a protractor and basic geometry so he could rebuild my mom's flower bed. I bet your mom is really appreciative of that. Dad is like, I missed 10 seconds ago when I didn't know this. This is hard labor, man. Having a gay son is like getting a French fry in your onion rings. I didn't ask for it, but hey, I like these too. Being straight and getting hit on by a gay guy is like receiving a lot of money, but in the wrong currency. Like, wow, this is useless right now, but if I ever cross the border, I'm gonna be one lucky guy. I mean, this makes me think of the time I got hit on by some old guy in like an old school Cadillac back when I was in college. Yeah, I wasn't flattered. I was creeped out.
I fricked up a job interview so bad today. They asked me why I wanted to work at this fast food restaurant, and I blanked and said that when I was little, I liked their fries and wanted to be the French fry queen. I got the job.
Poll time. Which restaurant has the best fries? I think on the top of the list, I have to put Rally's/Checkers, depending on which side of the country you're on.
Let's go. Oh, crap. Quick. Act natural. Nothing to see here, human. Keep it moving.
How's that natural, Mr. Raccoon?
I'm a sheepdog.
Gotta watch my sheep. All right, go that way. Yes, that way. No, look. Oh, stop. Oh, get back in line. Get back in line. What are you doing? Keep going. Keep moving.
This bride's father died and donated his heart. The man who received the transplant walked her down the aisle.
I'm not crying. You are.
Medics, bruh. These medics take photos of themselves smiling on their PPE, so frightened patients can see a reassuring and friendly face during this cooties pandemic. Humanity. These are true heroes of the human race. Respect.
Thought I was meowing back to my cat for the past hour, but it turns out it was just me and my dad meowing at each other from different rooms in the house. Sounds like you guys are great meowers.
Meow. Meow.
The only thing I like about working at the movie theater is seeing this dad bring his daughter to Disney movies.
That's an awesome dad. I miss working at the movie theaters. I had so much fun. Free popcorn, free movies, free nachos. Wonderful.
After an 80-year-old man in England moved into a retirement home, his 98-year-old mother moved into the same home so she could help take care of him. She said,
"You never stop being a mom." Well, he's a true mama's boy. How is she 98? Still taking care of you, guy. You should be taking care of her.
"Stacy Marie, I'm moving tomorrow, and the old black lady that lives next to me just said,
I'm going to miss you. I used to stay up every night when you would go out with your friends, and I wouldn't go to sleep until I heard your door close and I knew you made it home safe."
See, these are good neighbors right here. They look out for you. They bring you sweets and treats and make sure nobody breaks in your house.
Two nurses hired within months of each other to work the same shift on the same floor at the same Florida hospital discovered that they were long-lost sisters from Korea who had been separated for nearly 40 years.
Are you serious? That is awesome how the fates bring... It doesn't matter. You can't stop fate. Whatever's meant to be will be.
My pencil drawing growth. 2014. Good. Pretty good. 2020. Out of this world.
And you drew my favorite actor. Shout out to Will Smith. Yesterday I told my nephew I'm not allowed to eat popsicles because my sister doesn't want him eating junk and he copies me. So he pulls me into the bathroom, slams the door, and whispers,
"Shh, I got us both popsicles, but we need to eat them in here so my mom doesn't find out."
Sure enough, I ate that popsicle and it was the best I ever had.
Princess Diana on live TV shook the hand of an AIDS patient without wearing gloves, challenging the belief that AIDS could be passed via casual contact. The act was seen as a huge moment for those suffering from the disease. Just another reason why she was loved by so many. Swan embraces vet who saved his life.
"Thank you for seeing the beauty in this ugly duckling."
Did you know a 15-year-old boy named Tamar Boggs chased a car on his bike for 15 minutes to save a 5-year-old girl who was kidnapped from her front yard? He was successful.
They're gonna be friends for life. Heroes come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, man.
At 94 years old, I never imagined that I'd ever be new to anything again. But I'm new to Twitter. This is my first tweedle. This will show my grandson that I can get down with the young ones. The only problem I have is getting back up again. I said excuse me, Sonny.
This is Miller, a good boy who lost some pounds. He just wanted to post his transformation pic to inspire you. Now get off your butt and go lose that weight. Hannah's class has a Zoom session each evening. Last night, she got really sad and kind of shut down. Today, her teacher came over and hung out for a bit. They chatted, read books, and just talked. This woman has 5 kids at home, and still she sat in my driveway for an hour to make sure Hannah was okay. Oh, teachers are such a treasure. We really need to respect them and pay them what they're worth. That is just beautiful. That's a great way to end this.
Caution. These shoes are the summer home of Jabba the Toad. Please do not disturb. Thank you. Currently staying with my parents. They have eggs for breakfast on Wednesday and Sunday. These days are now both known as Egg Day. They plan for Egg Day days in advance. The night before an Egg Day, they talk about how excited they are for Egg Day. They've been married 35 years. Sounds like a great relationship. Also, how fun is it to say Egg Day? I'm gonna make Egg Day a thing now. Let's do every Friday. My buddy cosplaying Jasmine and the genie with his daughter. That is a great cosplay. How much effort and time did you put into that? Wow. This is probably one of the better cosplays, especially as a combo I've seen so far. Hey man, you have an awesome dad. I wish mine cosplayed something with me. Biological father of bride stops wedding to invite stepdad to walk down the aisle with him. You, Dimitri, come, walk with me. Now. Tom Hardy. Some people don't understand that sitting in your own house alone in peace, eating snacks and minding your business, is effing priceless. Amen to that. Amen to that. I'm moving tomorrow and the old black lady that lives next to me just said, I'm going to miss you. I used to stay up every night when you would go out with your friends, and I wouldn't go to sleep until I heard your door close and I knew you made it home safe. That's almost a bit on the creepy side, but I appreciate the concern. Oh, it's a little bit much, but the heart's in the right spot. This is incredible. Mother passed away 9 years ago, and she mentioned she'd be a yellow butterfly one day. For 9 years, I have been mesmerized every time I see one, but I have never been close enough to touch one. Today, this happened. Happy Mother's Day, Mama. Oh, rest in peace. I hope she's doing well. Well, I mean, the butterfly's alright, so I'm sure she is too. This white couple in Target was staring at the She Moisture and Cantu products. Whatever that is. Something told me to ask, so I said, "Y'all need help?" The wife hesitated and then showed me a picture of their black daughter and asked for recommendations. I made suggestions. It was a good day. No harm in asking for help if you're a bit out of your comfort zone. This single dad adopted a teen abandoned at the hospital. I knew I had to take him. Families don't have to match. Oh no, they don't. And that looks like a very dapper young gentleman. Bow tie suits you, man. You look like my old classmate from acting school. Jaffe, is that you? Jaffe, my man? Dear Sarah, this is a little bit awkward, but I've waited a really long time to pass this on to you. My wife and I came in for haircuts shortly before Christmas of last year. My wife was suffering from dementia, and you treated her as if you'd been working with dementia patients all your life. You let us sit next to each other, and when it came time for her cut, you turned her chair towards me so I could watch her expression as you cut her hair. It turned out even better than I thought it would. Sadly, she died in March, and that haircut was one of the last, best moments of her life. She felt so pretty. She visited the mirror in the bathroom several times during the day and would come out beaming. To see her so happy was priceless. Looking back, it was likely one of dozens of haircuts you gave her that day, but one which revitalized a woman's sense of self and her singular beauty. I hope you always realize the power of your profession. It's so easy to take things like that for granted. Sincerely, This episode. Sincerely, a grateful customer. God damn it. I need a moment. My nose is all stuffy. Oh god. I have a confession. When my hubby gets stuck on a part of a video game for a long period of time, I will look up the solution on my phone and then give him vague suggestions to push him in the right direction. I've been doing this for 6 years. Everyone needs a bit of help every now and then. I just hope this is something like a Dark Souls and not a Kirby game. I lost my dad at Walmart and ended up finding him in the garden section watering plants. The plants were a bit dried out. He wanted to help. Let him. My son and his best friend both told their survival rate would be around 2%. Never walk and live in a vegetative state if they made it past 7 years. Both walked the stage and graduated tonight. Left pick is from the first day of school. The right is from the graduation this evening. Oh, and they're doing well. And they're doing so well. Oh, I'm glad. I'm happy for them. By Reese Witherspoon. To the woman in the parking lot who just asked me if I was Carrie Underwood. You officially made my day. Your day? The lady just made my whole life. Oh, they appreciate each other. Bless them. A guy named Weird Al has had a 40-plus year-long career with no allegations of sexual impropriety. One of my favorite stories I've heard about Weird Al was the moment he finally realized he made it. This was in the early 80s. He had been invited to a music industry party and wasn't really sure if he would go or not. He didn't think anyone knew about him or cared. When he got to the party, though, he heard someone yell from across the room, "Holy crap! It's Weird Al! Weird Al is here!" He looked over and saw it was actually Paul McCartney who yelled it. On one hand, I am jealous. I wish I could, at any point in time, garner that much attention. On the other hand, Weird Al is the one person that I hold no grudges against getting that level of attention, because Weird Al has been an inspiration for me for years and years and years, and I give it all to him. Bless Weird Al. The left one is my art. Found the drawing on the right in my little brother's room one day. Oh, he tries. He tries so hard. Oh, teach him, please. The world needs more artists like you. Teach your brother, please. This dude, a total stranger, went to Advance Auto Parts with me and is fixing it for me. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Drug dealers of Reddit. Oh, this is starting off well. What is the strangest thing you have been offered in compensation for drugs? Oh dear. Ex-user of opiates here. My dealer would only give me the drugs if I gave him my blades and allowed him to check me for any cuts. I was in a seriously dark time and he helped me a lot in a lot of ways. Eventually, once I started to get better, he refused to sell me any drugs and also made it clear to his friends' dealers that I was blacklisted. One of the reasons I turned my life around. This is a very heartwarming story. However, as of a history that I am not entirely proud of, this is most likely fake. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I'm sorry to ruin this particular story in today's episode, but drug dealers like that are 1 in a million. I do know one drug dealer like that. Tom, if you're out there, bless you. But they are so rare, I'm inclined to believe this is fake. If it's not, hey, goddamn amazing, but I don't think it is. After 1 year living in a truck, I got an apartment. Life is good. Oh, and it's just gonna get sweeter from there. You're gonna get that job, you're gonna get that insurance, might even get a mortgage and a girlfriend, or a boyfriend, whichever you prefer. Live that life. Make your dreams come true. As Shia LaBeouf once famously said, "Do it!" That's a nice apartment. And that's about it. It's a nice apartment with a barely moved in suitcase on the left and a bed with some books on the right. It's not that special. Next. I kissed my girlfriend on the cheek while waiting to cash out at Walmart, and this little girl stared at us in amazement and said, "No one told me girls can kiss girls? That's so cool." Yes, they can. In fact, you can kiss anything, even a tree. Just be wary that's depending on what you kiss, some people might be a little bit judgmental. But you don't have to be. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's the good boy? Oh, look at that good boy. Oh, such a good boy. Oh, look at his little heart eyes. Oh, he's got a little left heart. Well, actually, it's technically his right eye. But look at the heart eye. Oh, I can't wait to get my dog. I just need to wait 3 more weeks. I can do this. I can wait. Daughter got kidney. Thank you, Willie, for your selfless gift to life. Willie, if you're out here, you the real deal. My 79-year-old grandma has a meme framed. Going to grandparents' house. Leaving grandparents' house. Oh, and he's holding a little banknote. Yes, very accurate. Absolutely accurate. My parents made a Renaissance fair for my kids in my backyard. Because it was cancelled this year, we made turkey legs, funnel cakes, bobbed for apples, live music, etc. The whole shebang. They're amazing people, and even greater grandparents. Hey, some grandmas give their children money. These grandparents give their children an entire Renaissance fair. Consider yourself lucky and privileged, but either way, good for you. Good for you. Ah, look at them. Look at them. They're so cute. Go on, invade other countries. You can bring the Crusades back. Look at that little boy's eyes. He wants the Crusades back. We all want the Crusades back. Just boarded my plane back to Chicago and sat next to an older white man who slowly turns, pauses, and says, "Assalamu alaikum," in a way that was clear that he had been practicing for this moment. It was just cute, and I wanted to share a wholesome Muslim airport story. That is all. Out of all the times that you guys get randomly, in very big quotation marks, searched, I grant you every single wholesome story you guys can get at an airport, because I know you probably don't have that many. Bless that old man. The first time I ever did stand up in the high school talent show, my teacher was like, "I'm gonna see you on the Tonight Show one day." So I flew him out. Oh, there he is. Look at that face. He can't contain himself. Comedian Josh Johnson, Black Pride. Reblog for the teachers who believe in you. Well, there weren't that many of those when I was going to school. But that just saves me on travel costs because I have no one to frickin' fly out. This kid comes and visits my grandmother every day. 4 to 5 times a day. He just told me it was to check on her, to make sure she wakes up from all her naps. My heart can't take this. I wish we had kids like that around here. All we have is frickin'... You know what, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that one.
Why is everything about race? Black lives matter or all lives matter? Institutional racism exists? White privilege, fact or fiction? What can I do? Why are people angry and rioting? Why are there black ghettos? My experience with racism, unconscious racism. Ask me anything. Make yourself uncomfortable. Exactly. That's the problem. We have so many people that are just trying to stay comfortable. They don't want to actually engage in the conversation. Engage in the conversation. You might learn something. Finished product. 17 artists from different walks of life, Charlotte, North Carolina today. Black lives matter. And if you don't understand this, let's engage in that conversation in the comments section.
Okay, let me just withdraw some cash.
All right, bucko, just give me all your money and...
Account balance, negative $2.69. LOL, you're broke, bro.
Hey man, wanna come over and I get you some chicken nuggets or something?
Yes, please. These are some real tough times, my goodness.
Australia today. Naked Australian man wrestles giant python and saves his kitten.
That's an awesome visual, my goodness.
There was no way I was going to stand by and let it eat the kitten.
The Aussies are crazy but brave individuals. In 1981, the year I was born, a pediatrician saved the life of a 3.2-pound premature baby boy by working around the clock and beating the odds to stabilize him. In 2011, the same pediatrician was pinned inside a burning vehicle after a car collision, but was saved by a paramedic who turned out to be the premature baby he saved 30 years earlier. Oh my goodness. Now that is an awesome reunion. Small puppa napping on a banana. Oh, looks like a little pig. Well, that's a tiny banana, so that tells you how tiny that freaking pup is.
My dad is fully recovered from battling cooties for a month.
We're glad to see he's happy and in good spirits. I told my grandma I was bisexual, and she made me this. Nice crooked rainbow, Grandma. But it's the thought that counts. BLM, way to stand in solidarity. Black Lives Matter, and be loving, man.
Boys, your bodies are perfect. You don't have to be 6'2", ripped and have a six-pack to be handsome. It's okay to have a tummy or be skinny with no muscle. It's okay to be short and have acne, stretch marks, and cellulite. Y'all are handsome in your own way.
Well, thank you very much, Obi. And you're beautiful.
My daughter started her period on the bus ride home today, and a boy a year older than her that she doesn't really know pulled her aside and whispered in her ear that she had a stain on the back of her pants and gave her his sweater to tie around her waist so she could walk home off the bus. She said she was kind of embarrassed and originally said it's okay, but the boy insisted and told her, "I have sisters, it's all good. If you are this boy's mom, I want to say thank you and that you are raising him right. We hear so many bad things about today's youth, and I wanted to share something positive."
Well, I gotta clap it up for this dude. You know, I got 5 sisters, so I definitely understand where he's coming from. Good job. Nothing to see here, folks. Just the cutest little golden retriever pup with a butterfly on its nose.
Oh, look at the cute little dog.
Cadbury. Dear Mr. Jones, we regret to inform you that your application for the position of Global Quality Manager has been unsuccessful. We don't normally respond to unsuccessful applicants, but in your case, we've made an exception in order to return the $5 note you attached to the reference section of your application under the line, Elizabeth, wink wink. Some notes regarding your application. Listing super secret spy work I literally can't talk about, as your previous experience won't fool anyone. In future, you might want to refrain from using sentences like, "Come on, let me be a part of your awesome gig you've got going on." eBay feedback isn't a relevant reference. Your attached sketch of an everlasting chocolate bar was unwarranted, absurd, and quite frankly, it scared us a little. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Alan Castle. I know it's a lot going on in the world right now, guys, but I just found out I'm cancer-free. That's freaking awesome, because cancer sucks mega balls, she said.
I haven't been carried like this since my wedding day.
Being carried by a firefighter? How many of you ladies have had this fantasy?
Donut operator, my cat is cuter than yours. Fight me. Donut operator, ha! My ruse was successful. Now I have hundreds of super cute animal pics to look at when I'm down. You stupid idiots fell right into my trap.
Now this is a true cat lover.
Update, I had to get my first day of chemo, but I'm still very happy since it's the best thing to do. I celebrated by getting my nose pierced, cause why not?
Well, you stay positive and go in there and kick cancer's butt. I had the pleasure of sitting next to Hal on my flight back home. His daughter, Pierce, was our flight attendant who had to work over Christmas. Hal decided he would spend the holidays with her, so he is flying on each of her flights today and tomorrow around the country to spend time with his daughter for Christmas. That is freaking awesome. What a fantastic father. Wish you both a very Merry Christmas. We've been packing clothes to donate and found some of our clothes from a couple years ago. You guys are half the people that you used to be. My goodness gracious. Doing it together. That's how it should be done.
When I was 6 years old, my dad told me he would give me $5 if I found a 4-leaf clover. I spent hours looking for one in my yard. Today, I was watering my new trees and saw this. My dad's no longer with us, but I yelled at the top of my lungs, "Dad, you owe me $5!
This is sad but happy. It's beautiful.
Hi, Jamie. I taught my class a lesson recently about how images in the media have been digitally altered, and we discussed how these images can then have a negative impact on how people feel about themselves. I showed them some of your amazing work and how you make light of this social issue. They loved it and asked me to send you an image because they would love to see some of your handiwork firsthand. So if you have a chance, as requested by my class, please could you alter the attached image of myself and turn me into a super cool teacher? Thank you.
James, the fact that you help children to consume media mindfully and selectively makes you a super cool teacher already. My work here is done.
What is the kindest thing a stranger has done or said to you?
Oh gosh, I can't even tell this story and not cry. I used to manage an LGBT bookstore when bookstores were still a thing. That was a long time ago. One night, a caller said he thinks he might be gay and is considering self-harm. We were not a crisis center, but as long as we were talking, he's safe, right? So I talk to this guy and I answer questions and I try to be encouraging. And I may be sounding a little frantic and I'm definitely ignoring the 4 to 5 customers in the store. And this angel of a woman puts her hand on my shoulder and asks for the phone. My turn, she says. And she, this 50-something lesbian, talks to this stranger on the phone, and a line formed behind her. Every customer in that store knows that call, knows that feeling, and every person takes a turn talking to that man. That story comforts me so much to this day. Oh, that's a pretty amazing story. Off my chest. My little girl just told me she started her period. She couldn't find her mom, so she told me first. I don't want my wife to know that I knew first. I don't want to steal that moment from her. I'm just really happy my little girl trusts me enough to feel comfortable talking about her period with me. Love what matters. He calls me Dada. He's not afraid of my skin. He doesn't think I'm scary. He doesn't reject me when I kiss him. He just calls me Dada. Racism is a learned behavior, and we have to stop teaching our children the wrong things. Sincerely, a black man raising a white son in 2020. Hashtag love what matters. What was your reaction when you heard that there were no active cases of cooties in New Zealand? I did a little dance. Do a little dance. This nurse realized that the last time she met her new coworker doctor was when she cared for him years ago as a premature baby. That is awesome. I'm sure he made it a point to come back to the very hospital that she was at. Story time. Went to Allie's Donuts this morning, and after an hour of waiting in line and getting ready to pay, Sam, pictured below, jumped ahead of me and paid for the next 150 donuts for people waiting in line. Thank you, Sam. I owe you a beer. Beer and donuts? Yes, please. Man dresses in ridiculous costumes to embarrass his wife on Zoom calls. Well, I'm sure the other people on the call look forward to seeing what he's going to wear next. Dwight has lived in Brooklyn since 1970. He's playing James Brown from his laptop and a speaker for all the protesters in Prospect Heights today. Protest with a little soul. My son was having nightmares after watching The Lion King, so I painted him a portrait of me absolutely starching the evil lion. Oh, you gotta put a scar on it. It looks like you're punching Mufasa or Simba. Linda Teredo. So there's like 8 of us that lost an eye during these protests, and we're starting to find and talk to each other, and it's hilarious. 3 of us are going camping to clear our heads a bit and just process together, and God bless the internet that makes that possible. Dr. Lawfer. So I make cybernetic implants, and if any of you want a bionic eye, I'll happily make you whatever you want, custom. Well, kudos to you, Dr. L, for being so helpful, and kudos to you, Linda, and the others for being so positive. We are open Christmas Day from 12 to 2 p.m. If you are alone, pop in for a hug and a mince pie. You don't have to buy anything. We are family. Chelsea, a guy I started speaking to at the start of lockdown, picks a film with me twice a week. We watch it, he then calls me and we rate it. That's all we do. I know nothing else about him, and we don't talk about anything else, but we have watched 12 films together. Oh, this is cool. The future of dating? George Floyd's smiling daughter, 6, says Daddy changed the world. It's enough to make a grown man cry, and that's okay.
Heck racism. Heck the police. I bite racists.
I just found out my dad isn't really my dad.
Your dad the goose?
Huh?
That must have been quite a shock.
She's that perfect combination of extremely judgmental and supportive.
I asked my grandfather a few days ago what my grandmother was like when she was younger, and he just sent me this.
This is me and Grandma about 50 years ago when we were younger. Wow, look at those legs.
I'm a leg man too, Gramps.
Look at those legs. She was beautiful then, and not too bad now for an old lady.
Hell yeah.
My son has parked his bike by this lamppost just about every day for the last year. This morning, this sticker had appeared. Absolutely made our day. People can be so brilliant. Thank you, whoever did this.
She went from raising a puppy to raising a bear cub. That's like a bear wolf dog. What kind of dog is that? Upon passing away, grumpy old World War II veteran left waitress $50,000. Yes, please. And his car for always being kind to him. She looks shocked. when good customer service really pays off. Hair chalks.
Arrived on time, slightly damaged the package, no damage to goods. The colors do what it says on the box, as you can see in the photograph. My granddaughter loves them. Ooh, when your mom picks you out a new outfit and keeps telling you how handsome you look in it. Mom, I think I look silly.
Shower thoughts.
Since dogs can't take acting lessons, anytime a dog is happy in a movie, it was also happy in real life.
I play because I love it. If you're homeless or need help, take as much as you need from the case. Hashtag hopeful cases.
That is nice. I like that. Respect to this guy. My autistic son says very few words, but today he said hug and then wrapped his arms around me. I only cried for about 15 minutes. Well, I can't think of a better post to end on than this one.
My boyfriend trying to be supportive. My shawarma fell apart. Oh no. Are you solution-oriented about it or in the feeling stage? What he's asking is, are you still going to eat it or are you going to be sad about it and just leave it there? I am going to eat it if you don't want it. I just remembered that when I got my first dog, I was 7 and he was 1, 7 in dog years, and I cried when he turned 2 because I didn't think a 14-year-old dog would want to hang out with me. Oh, darling. No, your dog will love you no matter the age difference. Trust me. Also, on an equally wholesome note, I will soon, in about 3 weeks from now, be getting my very first dog ever in my life. So once I have him, I'll give the editor a picture and I will share it with you guys. The first Prime Minister to have dealt with a major terrorist attack, a deadly volcanic eruption, and a pandemic, all in her first term of office. All while holding a baby. Ah. That's some woman power I can get behind right there. Also, for a moment, I thought she was holding the man in the picture because the baby sat out of frame. It's like, man, that is a handsome baby. Oh, baby, look at that clean ass room. That looks nice. Unfortunately, I also possess the forbidden knowledge of lazy people, where they do a deep clean of their room once every 4 weeks, and it looks that good for about a day. So you can be absolutely sure that picture was taken right after they cleaned. Kobe's last game inspired him to train and lose 170 pounds. And here we see number 24. Once the destroyer of entire family meals, now the destroyer of coochie. Small success. After almost 2 years of dealing with traumas and depression, I finally got the motivation to clean my room entirely. It almost took 9 hours and 2 trash bags full with plastic bottles, pizza boxes and other trash. I'm proud of my work, and I'm proud of you. Having your room turn into a depression dump is not a pretty thing, and it's oh so satisfying when you clean it up. It's small steps. You'll get there. You'll get there. You clean up your room first, and then you clean up your brain next. My grandma deadass just served my kids nuggets and fries in their effing kiddie pool. And this is why grandmas should live forever. All of them. I just hope those kids didn't dump the nuggets in the water by accident. I was 9 years old, waiting for the school bus in Wisconsin winter. I had a thin coat, no hat or gloves, oh, God help you, A woman driving past saw me and stopped, giving me a blanket from the back of her car. It was a long, skinny one, so she wrapped it around my head and shoulders like a big scarf. I remembered thanking her, but being confused. I told her I didn't know how I would give it back when I was done borrowing it. She hugged me and said not to worry. I still have that blanket. Aww. Bless her, bless her. Couple in Taiwan who own dry cleaning company pose with clothes never picked up, becoming viral sensation. Hey, if it becomes viral enough, maybe the people will actually go and pick up their clothes. Or if they don't, you know, just donate it to people in need. Either way, very wholesome. Thumbs up. After we went trick-or-treating, we ran into Walmart to grab a few things and ran into Elsa. These two were saying, "That's my sister." When we left, Nami cried and said she wanted to see her sister. I got Elsa's mom's number and she said her daughter was crying too. Now we're scheduling a play date. Aww. Love sees no color. Well, it's Elsa. She's the Ice Queen. There's no color. There's just Your Highness. How can people say cats don't have feelings? Like, when my cat got deadly sick, she refused to eat a single thing and had been days. But when I started crying, she ate just a little bit, and upon seeing how happy it made me, kept doing it whenever she could. Now, whenever I'm sad or crying, she finds wherever I am with a mouthful of food and eats the pieces one by one. Every time looking up at me, making sure I was watching her eat it all because she knew it made me happy. And it does make me happy. Sorry, I got something in my eye. I just love animals. Oh, that's so goddamn cute. Oh, I need a moment after that. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm such a softie. Okay, I'm fine. 13 years ago, I emailed Dr. Fauci, who cares, out of the blue to ask if I might interview him for my undergrad thesis. He invited me to his office, where he answered all my questions. When I sent him the thesis, he read the whole thing. See his overly effusive review below. Who does that? I'll tell you who does that. People that care. This is Nellie. She's an astronaut. Please don't interrupt her spacewalk. Oh, look at that. That's one small boop for the pup, one giant boop for pup kind. Let's hope that bubble doesn't burst and she gets it in her eyes. Also, dog rates. We rate dogs. Great Twitter. Follow them. Old people line up to clean radiation in Japan. Mr. Yamada, I am 72, and on average I probably have 13 to 15 years left to live. Even if I were exposed to radiation, cancer could take 20 or 30 years or longer to develop. Therefore, us older ones have less chance of getting cancer. Basically, a group of 200 plus retirees are volunteering to expose themselves to high levels of radiation so the younger men and women don't have to, making the ultimate sacrifice to protect the lives of their children and their children's children. You know, I've had so many horrible and cringe things to look at over the past weeks. Maybe there is hope. Maybe there is just a tiny bit of hope. Maybe. People who have been in a coma, what was your perception of time while in it? I was in a coma for a week after surgery. To me, it was instant. The odd part, my mom talked to me while I was in the coma, and I remember the things she said. She talked about raising me, the funny things I did, etc. When my mom passed away in 2007, she fell asleep first. We knew she wouldn't wake up again, so I talked to her about how amazing she was as a mom. I talked for hours until she took her last breath. I hope she heard me. I wasn't always a good son. Oh my god. We're really tugging on the heartstrings today, aren't we? Well, if you make up for it, if you make up for not being a good son in her memory, then I'm sure she'll forgive you and she'll be proud of you. Godspeed. Johnny Depp hugs fan who gave him flowers outside court after day 6 of libel trial. Hey, that's nice to hear. Also, isn't Johnny Depp getting back at that scandalous woman that falsely accused him now? Good for you, either way, good for you. What a difference 3 years makes. But we're still the same homies. Oh, damn, that is... Whoo! Oh, hello. Those are some nice bards. Call me. What? I didn't say anything. The girl I babysit has made me watch WALL-E at least 10 times, so I assumed it was her favorite movie. But today her mom told me that she watches it because she thinks it's my favorite movie. Well, you both like the movie, right? Who doesn't like WALL-E? It's a masterpiece. Also, WALL-E is the only movie that I've ever watched with my boyfriend that made him cry. So, it absolutely gorgeous. There are 2 drunk men outside my window, and all they're saying is, "No, you're my best friend in the whole world." Back and forth. The good kind of drunk. I just get messy as hell. I have a sunburn. For most people, having a sunburn is a bummer and an inconvenience. For me, it means that for the first time in 10 months, I have control over my depression. I was able to stay outside longer than 10 minutes and play with my family. I have a sunburn. That's an interesting way of looking at it. You should probably still put on especially if you're inside that long, sun protection factor 50 is not that bad of an idea. Either way, good for you. Imagine waking up for an 8 a.m. class and this is what you walk in and see. He got up extra early to make a holiday class a little fun. Be nice and respect what he's doing. Papa Smurf teaching trigonometry or something, probably. I don't know. I can't pay attention. I'm just too amused by the teacher. Deleted my weather app because there's a guy in my office that always tells me anyway, and the app never asks me how my weekend was. Shout out to Bill. My weekend was awesome, man. Thanks for asking. It's the little things, you know. It's the little things. Had Bob Ross painting party for my birthday. Love my friends. Best day ever. Oh, those turned out beautifully, guys. Ugh. I wish I had canvas to actually try that with, or the time to follow along Bob Ross, but if I can't enjoy it, you guys can. But hey, instead, I'm here talking to you guys, and that's just as nice. Really needing a hug from a black lunch lady right now. One time, at school, this black lunch lady, who was my favorite, asked me, "You need more fruit, honey?" And I said, "No, I just need a hug." And she said, "Aw, come here, baby," and gave me the best frickin' hug in the world, and I started crying in the effing lunch line. I would do anything to have that experience again. Black lunch lady, if by any chance you're out here watching Crisscross, someone needs a hug. Get to it. My kid is gaming with friends, so I brought him a snack. And he says, "Thanks, love you." Then laughter erupts on the headset and he goes, "What? You don't love your mothers?" I'm so sad for you. So if you need me, I'll just be over here sobbing into my world's best mom ribbon. He got you a ribbon as well. That's an absolute gamer moment right there. A true gamer moment is loving your mom. My sister came home from school one day and asked me to take her to the library, so she could get books on sign language. She said there was a new kid at school who was deaf and she wanted to be friends with him. Oh, sweetheart. Today I stood beside her at their wedding, watching her sign "I do." Oh, no way. I mean, if that's an actually true story, then holy Christ, that is a good story. I know you gotta be over-skeptical and everything you see on the internet. Many things are made up, but just from the bottom of my heart, I hope that's a true story. Thoughts of dog. The human has been working from home the last couple days, and every so often they let me participate in the video calls. All the other humans cheer when they see me. I am the only thing holding their company together. You know what, dog? If it wasn't for you, the stocks would be down 15 points, and you deserve that raise. Oh my god, opened my nan's laptop, and when she's Googled something, she's put please and thank you. Dearest Ben's Nan, hope you're well. In a world of billions of searches, yours made us smile. Oh, and it's 1998. Thank you. Normally, I make funny jokes and edgy commentary on old people being tech illiterate. Grandma, you get a pass. Just this once. Young kid banging on the door, I wake up like, WTF? I open it like, what up, little homie? I've never seen him before. He said, I missed the bus and no one will take me to school. I've knocked on 3 doors. My response, say no more, fam. Didn't even brush my teeth, just grabbed my keys, slipped on my foams. What the heck is a foam? To get that education, young brother. This is what Big Homie does for young brothers. That was hard to read, but I appreciate the sentiment. You go. Do be careful with jumping in random people's cars, even if you knock on their door first. But still, good shit. This is my friend. He works as a carpenter for 7 years. He once said to me, I wish I could be a model, and my pictures would be all over the world and agencies call me to take my pictures. So I said, let me try taking your picture. You might get lucky. That is a fancy looking horse. I don't care too much about him, but that is a handsome, good boy horse. Wholesome moments. Timothy Madders holding a thank you letter from the Queen. He made her a homemade word search to keep her occupied during lockdown. No, the Queen did not. Did the Queen? Hold on. Future XVA here, the Queen most certainly did. He got an actual reply from Buckingham Palace. Oh god, you guys need to watch the video. He's so cute. He's like, oh, and then I sent the Queen a word search, and like months later I got a reply from Buckingham Palace. He's so adorable. Go give it a watch, guys. Oh crap, I just noticed the next picture up is actually Timothy holding up his letter. Oh, look at that face. Oh, he's so happy. What a wholesome boy. I'm on a plane and the entire flight sat still so that a man in the last seat at the back of the plane could get off and run to his next flight to try and make it to his twin daughter's first father-daughter dance. Everyone rooted him on and clapped as he rushed down the aisle. This is the only and everyone clapped story that I will not even remotely question. You go, Dad. My freshman year roommate sat me down day 1 and was like, heads up. I'll be bringing lots of girls and maybe even some guys to the dorm this year. So, if that scares you, grow up, cause this ain't high school. Anyway, he brought one girl back the whole year and now they're married. He wasn't lying, technically. Lots of occasions of girls over. Did you know that when Ella Fitzgerald couldn't get booked by clubs and TV because she was black, Marilyn Monroe offered to come to a nightclub every night and sit in the front row if they let Ella sing? That's how you use your privilege for good. Hey, before you edit the rest of this, hey editor, you are doing God's work. And I believe that you are the best editor out there. Easy peasy, MK, fuck 'em. You're the MVP. All the other guys, screw 'em. Anyway, let me get that outro down. This is Carter. He knocked on my door to ask if he could have a banana, then left. Well, he got his banana. Dad, can I use your tools? You bet. That's going to end poorly. I disagree. I think it will start poorly, but who knows how it will end? Smash, bang, crash. Just finished fixing the roof, Dad. Thanks, sweetie. Aww. That's wholesome. If you're a father of a little girl, for her birthday, give her some power tools. I'm talking jackhammer, chainsaw, impact drill. It's what every girl wants. Single mom dresses as dad so her son wouldn't miss donuts with dad day at school. That looks like the most diverse family right there. Either way, good for you. Wait, what kind of school requires you to wear badges, like ID badges? That's a bit confusing. I'm a teacher and my students noticed that I wasn't myself for a while. I was in a bad place emotionally. They knew that I was a fan of Billie Eilish and one of them drew me this masterpiece. That was drawn for you, damn. That's very wholesome. I don't much listen to her music myself, but that's artistic talent. Oh, what a nice student. I'm glad you got cheered up. Well done. Today is my 24th birthday, but it's my first birthday as a girl. Being my true self is the greatest gift I could ask for. That's a cute little boy, and that's a very fine-looking woman right there, if I do say so myself. Congrats on your transition. I hope you live a very, very happy life. It's taken me until 27 years old to feel strong enough to show affection to another man in public. It's been a journey, but I'm glad I'm here. Oh, they look so cute together. And there's a nice car in the background too. This kid had lost his dad in the crowd and started to cry until he saw the Flash and Wonder Woman. He asked for help because he knows them. See, this is the power. This is the power that comic books and superheroes can have for children. Might not be your type of media, but don't deny the impact they can have. The woman I'm planning to marry showed me this pebble that looks like a guitar pick and with an entirely straight face said, "It's for rock music. Marry her faster!" Working at KFC, Faye. Working at KFC manager, Faye. Faye Lewis housekeeping. Memorial Medical Center nursing assistant, Faye. Licensed practical nurse, Faye. Registered nurse, Faye. Oh, and some badges for good measure. Damn, girl, you put the work in and it paid off. Oh, I'm happy for you. Maybe doctor next? One time I saw Samuel L. Jackson at an airport and he saw me and my cousin hovering around trying to gain the courage to ask him for a photo. And then he came over to us and said, "Your mofos want a photo?" And it was everything. Look at the face of that boy. That boy is happy as can be. Just hope that there's no snakes. I got Kiwi a little goth girlfriend. Oh, remember Kiwi and his goth girlfriend? Well, now she's his goth wife, and they have 4 beautiful half-goth babies. That's an interesting color palette, but I would adopt every single one of them. This proud Aboriginal elder traveled 1,864 miles just to be at his granddaughter's graduation. With a car, hopefully, not by foot, right? Actually, looking at how dusty he looks, it wouldn't surprise me if he walked all the way. 1939, Kansas wheat. When they realized women were using their sacks to make clothes for their children, the mill started using flowered fabric for their sacks, so the kids would have pretty clothes. Pure kindness. The label would wash out. Aww, look at that man. He knows he's doing something good. Those are some nice patterns for the 40s. So my friend's vet has a comfort dog assistant that helps sick patients know that everything will be alright. And this is really all you need to see today. Oh, the poor puppy, he looks so sad. I'm glad he's got someone to comfort him. Puppy power. I had a man come to me and he said, "Bob, I could never paint because I'm colorblind. So today I thought we'd do a picture in grey, just to show you that anyone can paint." Bob Ross, I miss you so damn much. Please come back. Like, take any politician, swap him out for you. You'd be much better. Samuel West. 50 years ago, they tried to stop Catherine Switzer running the Boston Marathon. Yesterday, at 70, she ran it again, wearing the same number. And looking good she is for 70. Damn girl, what is your secret? Do you moisturize? She probably moisturizes. Personal win. I know nobody else cares, but I've always struggled with self-confidence and self-esteem issues because of my looks. 6 months ago, I started facial and jaw exercises, and I'm finally confident in the way I look. Wait, facial and jaw exercises? Is that how you get rid of that, like, puffy stuff on your cheeks? Because, I need to learn those exercises. It's always lovely to see some progress. Also, that's a sick tattoo. Does that go across the entire arm? I wish I could zoom that out a bit. That looks sick. Either way, grats, man. Yesterday, my son decided to run away from home because I made him eat his vegetables. Drama queen. After telling him to pack extra underwear, he left only to come running back in the house. Not because he changed his mind, but because he forgot his mask. Wear a mask, you filthy animals. He said it, and he said it right. Honestly, if at this point there are still people that refuse to wear masks, you're the reason we can't have nice things. My son found a 1914 wheat penny under some old concrete I removed. I posted a picture of it on our coins to share our excitement. Fellow editors offered to send him some of their personal treasures to inspire him to keep hunting. We are absolutely speechless. Giving back to random people, when you have enough of it, is always a nice thing. That's why I go on Realm of the Mad God and give random newbies life pots so they can trade up to more equipment. It's not as good as making a specific child happier, but I'm doing my part, I think. Holy crap, that is a lot of coins though. Talk about a kickstart to your collection, lucky you. HR at my work just called me and I thought I was in trouble for something, but they just let me know my 11-year-old sister has been commenting on their Instagram every day, telling them to give me a raise. Well, did you give them a raise? Did you give them a raise? You better have. I'll find out. My brother is a low-functioning Downsy. He used to love to hold babies, but it's rare someone's let him now. My wife and I let him hold our baby today, and here is his look when we gave her to him, and then the way he held her without movement for 5 minutes. I almost cried. Oh. I'm glad he's happy with it, and I hope from the bottom of my heart that he's gonna have lots of fun together with her, even when they both grow older. So last summer, I randomly met this 80-year-old woman on Words with Friends. We played 300 plus games together and she actually ended up becoming a good friend of mine. Today, I got to go to Florida and meet her in person. 300 games of Words with Friends and you didn't end up wanting to kill each other after the 10th game? Oh, that is some strong bonding right there. I get upset if I play Scrabble with my mom, like, that's not a word! Get out of here! My granddad has a hat for each university his grandchildren attended, and today, I got to give him mine. That's a lot of grandchildren! Where do you live where the average family size is that big? That's a very wholesome wall mount though. Also, congrats on the graduation. Well done, man. The fact that he still carries the pick around is just so precious. Met this sweet man at Outback. He saw us at prom and showed us a picture of him and wife at prom. Oh, no, 1949. That is a well-kept picture. It probably needs to be, like, laminated or something. I skied back to the pole again to take this photo for all those men who commented, "Make me a sandwich" on my TEDx talk. I made you a sandwich. Ham and cheese. Now ski 37 days and 600 kilometers to the South Pole, and you can eat it. And ruin your teeth while you're at it, because it's gonna be rock solid. But if you're the kind of person that comments "make me a sandwich" in 2020, losing a few teeth trying to swallow that female badassery is probably what you deserve. This is the best thing ever from Reddit to me personally. I had a passport-sized black and white picture of my grandparents from 1950, and a kind Redditor colorized it for me. I framed it and gave it to my 90-year-old grandma, who was blown away. Seeing the past take on some color again. That's wholesome. Thank you, Reddit. Trash collector with a 4.0 GPA who woke up at 4 a.m. to support his family is accepted into Harvard Law School. My man, yeah boy, you get that education. I gave a little kid some frozen yogurt today at work, and his mom says, "Okay, what do you say?" And he looks me dead in the eyes and says, "I love you." He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. Elderly YouTuber writes his subscribers down in a notebook, then thanks them individually. The video is like 3 hours long. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get the best dog. You know what? The dogs think the same way about you. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get the best owner. Since I started my new job about a month ago, I noticed one of my co-workers gets treated like an outcast, so I made a point to befriend him. Today he came into my office, handed me a gift card and awkwardly goes, "Thank you for treating me like a person." I might be crying. Hey, take the man out for dinner and bring all your other co-workers with you. There's no need to not get along in an office. We've got enough crap to worry about in the world right now. Just get along. I had a job interview, and they couldn't offer me the job as another candidate performed better than me. However, they really liked me, and have had funding approved to create a role just for me. This literally never happens in the NHS, and I am so happy. Give it up for the people in the NHS, and for whoever was the supervisor that got Molly her job. I don't have kids, and probably never will. I support universal childcare and paid maternal leave. I am never going to go back to college. I support free college. I don't make minimum wage. I support increasing it above the cost of living. This is called wanting a better life for other people. Oh, Joshua, if only other people could see it the same way. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name them, but you know who I'm talking about.